Uncle Check and Aunt Alva didn't plant their first garden until 1972, when they retired. Well, it appears that Mr. and Mrs. C.R. Burdette have a couple of green thumbs, and fingers, and toes. In their garden, there's a bumper crop of okra, beans, tomatoes, corn, and all those other staples of Southern cooking. Aunt Alva hasn't done anything special to her garden, just hoes the weeds and watches for insects. Somewhere along the way, she did something right. Really right. Pounds right. 60 pounds right.
What are we going to do with a squash this big? I don't know. Well, we raised it, so I guess it's up to somebody else to do something about it.
A 60-pound squash. It's supposedly a banana squash, or is it a Hungarian squash? Anyway, it's a big squash. Oh, by the way, this one is the runt of the crop. The big one is over in the yard. It weighs 82 pounds.
She worked with Uncle Sam. A nephew of mine who used to live in California, a Methodist preacher that was his preacher out there, came here to a seminar at Emory and brought 6 seed, supposedly to come out of a 70-pound squash. His cousin, another nephew, taken them and planted them in individual containers, December or January. And when they got up pretty good plants, he gave them around to different ones of us to plant, and he gave her this one, and I think this one has beat all the others.
Now, what's its dimensions?
36 inches long and 40 inches around, and weighs 82 pounds. For a man that don't like squash, that is a heap of it.
Well, I guess the best question is the most obvious one. What are you going to do with it?
We've done it. We raised it and had it weighed, and it's up to somebody else now.
Show it off.
I'm not going to eat it.
Just imagine what we can expect next year when they plant the seeds from this one.
When Uncle Check and Aunt Alva invite you over to the house for squash, they're not talking about some squash, they're talking about the squash. Outside of Atlanta, I'm Andy Johnston.